Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. XRP has become everyone's favorite piñata, apparently. Or at least if you're Charles Hoskinson and if you're Jim Cramer, you just say a bunch of nonsense stuff. You've got big-ass platforms and just say whatever the hell you want. And, you know, for anybody outside of the XRP community, they're just probably going to take you at face value because they like you, they respect you, you've got massive followings, and they're just going to believe the nonsense that you're saying. But for people in the XRP community, we see through the lies and the BS. So I'm going to highlight that here. You know what? My platform may not be as big as yours, Hoskinson and Cramer, but I'm going to use what I got. It's not nothing. Pushing 150,000 subscribers at this point, and you guys are making up a bunch of nonsense crap. And it specifically in the case of Cramer, he literally does not know what he's talking about. In the case of Hoskinson, he's outright lying on a number of fronts. And also being an adult crybaby. But before going further, I do be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So let's talk about Hoskinson first, and then I got a separate story where we'll be talking about Jim Cramer. So here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. Cardano founder says he'll no longer comment on XRP. That's right. Make a comment that you're no longer going to be commenting on the thing. How many times has he said he's done talking about XRP? It's like the 11 billionth time, effectively. I'm not going to talk about it. It's done. The XRP community's dead to me. And then days later, oh yeah, well, here's an XRP comment for you, but I'm done. I'm not going to talk about it again. How many times have we heard this from him? He ended up saying that even when the SEC v. Ripple case is over, whether it's a settlement or full adjudication, he says that if he's asked for perspective or comment or anything on that case, he says that his response will be no comment. That's a quote, no comment. I do not believe him. I believe he's going to have all sorts of crap to say. He can't stop talking about XRP. But damn, he hates the community. Check out this. So Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson has asserted that he will no longer answer XRP-related questions after the XRP community harassed him over a rumor about a December 15th settlement. During a December 10th Ask Me Anything session, Hoskinson said he learned from a reliable source that the SEC and Ripple would reach a possible settlement on December 15th. Hoskinson's comment brought smiles to the faces of many XRP investors who were anticipating the end of the lawsuit. Unfortunately, the lawsuit was not resolved as rumored, with aggrieved XRP enthusiasts trolling Hoskinson. And so, yeah, I remember reporting on that because I was like, well, okay, because it's Charles Hoskinson, I'll talk about this. There's always all sorts of people theorizing and rumors, this or that, about if there's going to be a settlement. I've ignored most of them over the last couple years, but if it's Charles Hoskinson with 1 million followers on Twitters and he knows he's famous in the world of crypto, if he's saying that, especially given he knows top industry insiders, if he's saying that he heard from a reliable source that there will be a settlement in the case December 15th, you better believe I'm going to talk about this, but I was still skeptical. And anyway, piece continues though. Commenting on the criticism, Cardano's founder said he does not know how to interact with the XRP community because his comments about the project always get misinterpreted. We got to pause right there. Now, the bad blood started when he said a bunch of nonsense about there being a grand conspiracy having to do with specific things with the SEC and Bill Hinman, this and that. And he's absolutely, and look, I at the beginning of this, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I did. I was one of the people who was like, no, hold on. Let's give him time. Maybe he doesn't have some of the facts, this or that. There's a misunderstanding. But no, people were shouting the facts at him. And I say shouting, there were plenty of people like myself who were politely saying, hey, no, here's the facts, though. You're missing some information. Attorney Deaton, I shared all the information that he had shot. Johnny was civil. He proved his case. And then Charles Hoskinson ignored all of the actual facts and then created a false narrative as though he was being bullied by the XRP community, when in fact, and I went to great lengths to show like a timeline of everything that was said, why what he was saying was literally not true. In text, I transcribed everything he said. It took me like a couple hours to do that. I put this big ass Twitter thread to prove it, undeniably the case, and still he plays the victim though. He's the victim, and the grand conspiracy thing, he wouldn't acknowledge it. Taken out of context, misinterpreted? No, absolutely not. He is an adult child when it comes to this stuff, and I've just lost respect. I just have. That's the case. And so here, when he stated that that there was going to be a settlement, and then there wasn't. He put out this video. It's right here. I'm not going to play. It's the video is 6.5 minutes. I made it a little over halfway through it. It started with him just setting up what happened in the scenario, and then he just started going this tirade about how the XRP community is unfair to him. And I just hit stop. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I've already heard this garbage BS. I am not required to listen to this tripe. I'm not going to do it. So I made it a little bit over halfway, and then I just stopped. No, absolutely not. This is garbage. Playing the victim again, and he's getting bullied, this or that. And he's like, my comment's getting misinterpreted. Well, let me ask you this then. Because I think I have pulled up. Yes, I do. There was this tweet, and this was on the morning of December 15th, the day the settlement was supposed to occur. He tweeted this out. He wrote, "Let's see if the rumors I heard are right about the XRP resolution. Might have some egg on my face." Okay, Charles, if it wasn't you asserting that that the settlement was going to occur, if you didn't do that, why would you have egg on your face if you're just reporting a rumor from somebody else? And it's interesting to me because I took it as you were just reporting what somebody else was stating. I didn't take it as you were promising settlement. But why are you then here stating you might have egg on your face? And then when people say, hey, Charles Hoskinson was wrong about this, then you get mad on it when you just stated that you might have some egg on your face. None of this makes sense. None of this makes any rational sense. And there were people that were supposing it might be the case that that you did believe this, because when you said that there's a rumor, I mean, my gosh, that's a big assertion from whoever your top industry source was. And if you were skeptical about it, normally somebody in your position would just say, okay, well, here's what I heard, but it's like, I don't know. But you just put it out there. What are people to think other than, wow, I guess if he is just going to hang that out there, top industry insiders he knows probably believes it. And it's I can't believe this guy's a grown ass man. And so he's done. And so here's a quote from him. "At this juncture, given what's happened, I'm not going to answer any questions about XRP in any circumstances. I'm not going to mention the project. I'm not going to talk about anything going on after there is a resolution of the XRP case. I'm not even going to discuss that if asked in the future. I'm just going to say no comment." Okay, well, there's the quote. It's on record. I think he's going to talk about it. That's my for fun guess. If he doesn't, hey, cool. You actually showed some restraint for the first time ever with something having to do with XRP, but I'm not exactly confident here. But and here's what here's what Attorney Hogan had to say on this. He wrote, "He's right and he's very wrong. He didn't say he expected the case to end. He just passed along a rumor. But you absolutely can't take what a couple guys on Twitter say and conflate it with a community sentiment. Because 10% of people on Twitter are bat S-word crazy." Exactly. And there are some people that are, I'd kind of like distance myself from their comments, but there's not that many of them. The XRP community is fantastic. It's just a big ass group. So yeah, when you have a group of millions of people, you're going to get some that, you're not going to agree with it. You're going to have some people that are rude. You're going to have a ton of people that are really nice, as is the case here. But he's making it as though the people that might have said anything that is even slightly rude, that's just characteristic of all of us. That's how he's painting this. And it's just not true. So I got to scream against it because it's BS nonsense. So then there was also this here's the headline from the Crypto Basic. "Cramer swipes at XRP for third time, says no one takes XRP." Oh, this is a fun one. "Jim Cramer, American television personality, author, and host of CNBC's Mad Money show, remains relentlessly vocal about his campaign to downplay digital assets, including XRP. Cramer recently disclosed that, out of all the risk assets within numerous financial scenes, he is negative on cryptocurrencies, especially XRP, as he doesn't see anyone showing further interest in them." My God. So, folks, for him to not know this, he has to intentionally not be seeking out the information. It's not hard to find. If you're living in 2022 and you have what is effectively a damn supercomputer in your pocket, a cell phone, a smartphone, if you've got one of those, we all got internet access. You just type in who uses XRP, or what is the purpose of XRP? How does it work? There's all sorts of things you can actually Google. And the internet will give you all sorts of interesting information. And you can quickly, in very short order, find out that there are tons of firms using it. There are tons of people using it. You can talk about TapJets. You can talk about Spin the Bits, which is designed to move Bitcoin around. You can talk about the dozens of Ripple customers utilizing on-demand liquidity, which means XRP as a bridge currency. You can talk about on XRP. So for NFTs, you can talk about it's on XRP, by the way. They created Maladroids, a video game where you can actually stake XRP. It's in a pot, and then the winner of a match gets the pot. There's all sorts of stuff that people enjoy doing. Those are just some off the top of my head. There are always people creating things. There's all sorts of developers the world over. Nobody's interested in it. But sorry, Jim Cramer. What are the millions of people doing that hold XRP then? You think, and it's just been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap for a decade because reasons? There's nothing to it. Do you actually think that? Because look, I think most cryptos go to zero, but my God, Cramer, you're saying this on national freaking television. Educate yourself, son. You look like a damn fool. Legacy media is dying. I'm just telling you. Legacy media is dying. You can get news faster on Twitter, frankly. And in many cases, it's more reliable. I kid you not. It's if you're not on Twitter, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's true, though. It actually is true. With all the stuff happening with SBF, we were getting real-world reports in real time. You couldn't get it from mainstream media. Twitter was the place to go if you want to know the latest on what was happening with SBF and the FTX fraud. But anyway, so that's kind of a sad side tangent. But the point is, Jim Cramer is espousing this endlessly. I don't know why he's endlessly got XRP on the mind. He just doesn't even know anything about it. He just keeps swiping it. It's just ridiculous. And he said, and this is a quote from him, "I'm yet to find anybody who takes them," meaning takes XRP. And so right there, first of all, there are places where you can spend XRP. In fact, all sorts of people, you have credit cards that allow their XRP to be spent anywhere. So he probably doesn't know that. But if he's talking about, anything else in terms of accepting XRP, does he think that that's the only possible use for a cryptocurrency is just to use it explicitly as money, like in place of a fiat currency? Because that's not the only thing that you can do with it. Holy clueless people. So you got Charles Hoskinson, who is painting false narratives and getting away with it, and well, not with the XRP community, but he's painting false narratives. He's made some outright lies, and he's an adult cryberry. And then you have Jim Cramer just saying a bunch of BS nonsense about XRP because he hasn't even done an ounce of research. That's the mainstream media. These people have massive followings, and many people respect them. What is this? What actually? Can't you just say if you don't know something, I don't know? Couldn't you just do that, Jim Cramer? Really burns my biscuits, folks. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.